மலை வரிசை மலை வரிசை கூட கொண்டு வா வராத வராத. அட நேத்துல கண்ணி நேத்துல ஒன்றும் உள்ள கண்ணி
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean,
you haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Another test subject. Fry!
Another star goes out!
Picked.
oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you...
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the...
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
A lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
தற்குறிகளை அடித்து விரட்டியாச்சு.
Merciless.
இதை ஸ்டோராக கழட்டு பேசலாம். உள்ள போகிறாங்க.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? So you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
அந்த பாவம் பையன் கை காசு போட்டு வாங்கி கொடுத்துருக்கான். அந்த நார பையன் இன்னும் போட்டு கடிச்சானோ.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, if you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword?
What's so cool? Didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's... Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking... Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
Merciless.
Hi bro. நேரத்தை வந்துரு கேள். நேரத்தை வரேன்னு நினச்சேன், இப்போ தான் காலையில் சாப்பிட்டேன். சாப்பிட்டு பார்த்து வந்துடலான்னு முடிவு பண்ணி வந்தோம். ஜப்பான் போலீஸ் வருவேன்.
What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Test? என்ன brothers test?
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
Actually,
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
நல்ல பையன் bro இவன்.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was?
குருசாவோ. சாப்பிட்டேன் bro, இப்போதான் அந்த சாப்பிட்டேன்.
I don't really have any such
You told me, bro.
recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand, but I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword was once wielded by my father.
Hi bro, yes, scared. Scare. சொல்லு bro. Oh hi bro. Garpatian bracket குள்ள ice age.
I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say?
Japan police bro இவன்.
I can't seem to remember that either.
இதுதான் வானம் இருக்குச்சுன்னா இல்ல.
It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me.
No man.
So many memories gone. Forever. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to me, with this sword...
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hip. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice?
ஐயோ நல்ல பையனா இருக்காடே வே.
Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now.
bro, அது ஒரு நாளே போயிட்டு bro. எதிர்பார்க்கல இல்ல.
Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all.
எல்லாம் நம்ம கிருப லக்கு தான்.
But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for
Happy
those
birthday
in
bro,
need.
சிலவங்க bro.
And look how things ended up.
சிலவங்க bro. Happy birthday bro. நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்க.
The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand the irony of all of it is. I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade.
Right, பண்ணுங்க.
I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul.
ಈ ತರ್ಕುರಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ என்ன bro பண்ண?
When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's death. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
இதுக்கு bro நன்றி. Losing a vision.
Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
இருக்கு. அதேதான் நானும் கேட்டேன் bro, ட்ரீட் அங்க bro.
Fortunately for us, You don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
இந்த ஸ்டோரியை முடிச்சவே இல்லை, அப்படியே போகிறோம். என்னவன் கேட்டா என்ன ப்ரோ சாக்லேட் கேக் நிச்சா சின்ன பிள்ளை வேற என்ன சாக்லாம் ஒரு 5 ஸ்டார் ஹோட்டலில் ஒரு நாள் வாடகை எடுத்து அங்கே படுத்து கிடந்து சாப்பிடணும் ப்ரோ. என்ன நான் சொல்றது?
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is a dojo. Luckily, there's some people around.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that charged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
உங்க டூ பேஸ்ட்ல உப்பு இருக்கா?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken.
It's just because he's been possessed. That's all.
Hey there! Did something happen?
பாருங்க ப்ரோ, இது
Who are
ஒரு
you?
ஸ்டோரி ப்ரோ. மெயின் ஸ்டோரி போங்க.
Don't care whether you're trespassers. Don't make me draw my blade.
தம்பி ஒரு கிட்டிக்கு இருக்க மாட்டேன்.
Wrong. We just came here to.
இந்த வில்லேஜ் பேரு பார்க்கலையே ப்ரோ, நீங்க பாருங்க. நேரத்தை அதே இடம் தான்.
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way.
நானும்
To
கவனிக்கலையே.
seek him out and ask him to but then we got here and
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert.
Land of fun, bro.
You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Since they got possessed recently. And I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard.
Domon?
Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best swordsman, and so... But then...
Not long ago, he says this Julia and
the grand.
You haven't heard of it? Not that we... So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing
இந்த
your
ஜப்பானி
vision
வந்துட்டு
can
ஃபுல்லா
cause
வேலை வாங்கிட்டு
possession?
இருக்கேன் ப்ரோ. நமக்கு நிம்மதி ஒண்ணும் பண்ண முடியல.
Get-
அங்க போ இங்க போ தர ஓடாவே அடி. Inazuma city bro இது. Bayakopleina. Makina. Shinju for Kama Honda village. Mount U. Na bro ida. தற்கொலைகள்லாம் எப்படி சொல்லாது? என்ன படுது தற்கொலைகள் எல்லாம்? என்ன ப்ரோ? என்ன ஒரு ஆள் அணக்கம் போடாம இருக்காரு? இந்த இடத்து அந்த ஆண்ட மாதம் எலக்ட்ரிக் வணக்கம் தலைவரா.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness.
Okay. நீ காட்டலானியல bro இந்த கேம்.
Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him it looked like all the while he kept, one of them was Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue.
Inazuma என்பது இந்த ரீஜன் பேரு ப்ரோ. கண்ட்ரிகளை பேர் இந்தியா அப்படி அதுபோல இந்த இடத்து பேர் Inazuma. வேற அதுக்குள்ள சின்ன இடமா
The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon.
10 level தாச்சா. இன்னும் 2 level போதும் ப்ரோ. ஸ்டோரி கோஸ் வந்துருமே.
Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up...
நிறைய மெசேஜ் வரல ப்ரோ. bro, விளையாடுறா இருப்போம். ஒரு தற்கொலை கட்டி போறாங்க.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Merciless. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be...
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
Praveen bro, ID चलेंगे bro. Genshin Impact ID.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few...
excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must...
His senior? Wait, that means...
Anzai? Yes. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. Studying Make Yoshi Sui art. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time,
But Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his... He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought...
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could... I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought, so you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Okay. Kisaru mas. என்ன bro mas? Kisaru tamas bro. அப்படிலாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean that he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon.
எப்படி bro இருக்கு? அக்கா அழகா இருக்காங்க.
But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's what...
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed. I am unable to say for certain...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi.
But
I must ask.
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we...
Sure! After all, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
போறோம் bro. ஒரு மந்திரவாதியை பார்க்க போறோம் bro. மந்திரவாதி. மலை ஏறி போகிறோம். சொல்லலாம் பாருக்கு வர பார்த்து அடிக்கிறது உங்களுக்கு புரியும். லீசா அளவுக்கு மோசம் இல்லை ப்ரோ. கண்ணம் தெரியாத ஒரு பூந்து வந்துருது. ப்ளீஸ் என்ன ப்ரோ 4 செடி இல்லையா லீசால பார்த்துருந்து இருக்கு ப்ரோ. கண்ணு அங்கண்டு இதில் வந்தோம். இல்லை அது அங்கே வந்துட்டான். பல கணக்கரங்கள் பயங்கர பாடம் இருக்குப்பா. இன்னைக்கு பாப்போம் ப்ரோ எவ்வளோ நேரம் லைவ் போட முடியுது. இன்னைக்கு சம்டைம்ஸ் நேரத்தை 1 பீஸ் இருக்கும் ப்ரோ. ஒரு 6 மணிக்கெல்லாம் வந்தாச்சு ப்ரோ. கிட்ட வந்தாச்சு ப்ரோ. இந்த இடத்துல லேக் அடிக்க வருவா. என்ன ப்ரோ இருக்கேளா? மெசேஜே காணோம். ஐயோ ப்ரோ லேக் வந்துக்கிறா. என்ன வந்துக்கிறியா? இப்போ கண்ட்ரோல் ஆயிருச்சு. சில இடத்துல frame drop ஆகுது bro.
Virginia is so excited. She has a really striking presence.
நான் வந்தா bro தான் bro.
Is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
இருக்கீங்களா எல்லாரும்?
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
இவதான் bro அந்த அக்கா. bro சும்மாவே லைட்டா எழுதிருக்கோம்.
As you can see, Lady Ai,
frame போடுறேனா.
Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Ai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile. I'm sorry. It is clear to me that Miss Sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
இவ 5 star bro இந்த அக்கா. Evening bro.
But then does that maybe? Yes. This is a change in the person. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent?
Your school practices make stillness of mind. There was one then. Lady Ai, it requires one to take only a deep when that ambition. Poor sense.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost?
The Japanese country based பண்ணிட்டு
You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that it's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. I don't think most of the people now I know, but that is no.
But what if one day I put everything
main story?
Have you asked them?
Sensei, I can't know. I want to keep.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see, being stripped of your ambition is so. Just
bro,
as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left,
I'm sorry to. I no longer. But as your son, this is my promise.
You can count on. But well.
bro முடிஞ்சு bro இதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் bro நல்லா இருக்கும்.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
இந்த இடத்துல ஸ்டோரேஜ் இல்லையா bro பேஸ் டைம். இந்த இடத்தோட கார்டுக்கு பவர் வந்து என்னதுன்னா லைட்னிங் ஓகே. ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு நேஷனுக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு பேர் உண்டு. மான்ஸ்டாட்டிக்கு நேஷன் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரீடம், லியூவுக்கு நேஷன் ஆஃப் கான்ட்ராக்ட், இதுக்கு வந்து நேஷன் ஆஃப் விட்டானிட்டி ஓகே. விட்டானிட்டி ஒரு அதோட மயிறு கொஞ்சம் பிடிக்கும். அப்புறம் இங்கே எப்போ நடக்குன்னா இங்கே உள்ள ஆர்கான் இருக்கியா இல்லை இவன் வந்து இந்த ஊரில் இந்த இடத்துல இருக்க மக்களுக்கு எல்லா மக்களுக்கும் விஷன் இருக்கா. விஷன் என்னதுன்னு இல்லைன்னா பவர் யூஸ் பண்ண அது இருந்தால் தான் பவர் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும் ஓகேவா. அது எல்லாட்டனும் வாங்கிட்டு இருக்கியா விஷன் கண்ட்ரி கிரீன் ஓகேவா. அதை நம்ம தடுக்க போகிறோம். இதுதான் இது மெயின் லைன். அப்படி கைடு ஸ்டோரி போல இருக்குல்ல, கைடு வாங்கி இருந்துட்டு அங்கே உள்ள ரத்தத்தை நான் ஒன்று வாங்கியிருப்பான். ஏன் ப்ரோ பைவனை மாற்ற முடியாது ப்ரோ.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
அவளை வர சொல்.
So, my intuition was correct.
என்ன அக்கா?
The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
பிரவீன் ப்ரோ இந்த லைனை கேட்டாக்க உங்களுக்கு புரிய நினைக்கிறேன். அவன் என்ன சொல்லியானே?
The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
The wind that blew from the far carry fresh life to the source. The wind. Windனா என்னது? Monster.
For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
ஏக்கா இவ வந்து அந்த ஏய் இருக்கல அவளோட ஃப்ரெண்ட். ஏய்னா யாரு? அந்த இக்கோல ஆர்கானிக்கா ஃப்ரெண்ட்.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by it. We can come back to it in the...
ப்ரோ நாளைக்கு புதுசா 5 ஸ்டார் வருது ப்ரோ. இப்போ இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் போய் நாளைக்கு நடக்கல. இதெல்லாம் நாளைக்கு இல்லையா மற்ற நாள் இதெல்லாம் போயிட்டு புதுசு ப்ரோ. அதுக்குள்ள எடுக்க பாரு ப்ரோ. பிரவீன் ப்ரோ என்ன பண்ணி பிடிச்சிருக்கீங்க? போ பாருங்க ப்ரோ. உங்களுக்கு பாய்மன் மேலே ஒரு நல்ல மரியாதை தரும் ப்ரோ. பாய்மன் மாஸ் ப்ரோ, அப்படிலாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஆனால் நிறைய பேருக்கு பாய்மானை பிடிச்சாது. பட் எனக்கு பாய்மான் நல்லா பிடிச்சது. அந்த வாய்ஸும் மணிக்கு வச்சு நீ கொண்டு வந்துக்கிறேன். ப்ரோ லைக் போடாமல் இருந்தீங்க, லைக் போட்டு பாருங்க.
Ayaka, guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Ayaka!
கட்சிம் ப்ரோ. Toma. புது 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 நமக்கு வேலை வந்து விட்டது.
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
Bro, Paimon voice.
I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah.
Short
Giving them
kitty.
their visions back seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispensed the screen for Toma also.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
What Paimon sure as heck didn't sign up?
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my...
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
என்ன ப்ரோ ஆச்சு? லீசா சுத்தி நடக்கு. என்ன இதா இருந்தாலும் அவளை மாற்றிதான் ப்ரோ அவனை ஒரு டைம்ல.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
நற்கலைவா இவ்வளோ ஒரு 5 ஸ்டார் ப்ரோ.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these, but I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help.
You will? Really?
But you must keep your promise.
Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
காட்டுக்காரன் ப்ரோ உன காட்டு.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd place my trust. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more...
I can't take you once again. चाय अടിച്ചാ போறோம் ப்ரோ. டீ வச்சு ஒரு கப் சாய்.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
5 ஸ்டார் என்ன பெனிஃபிட்னா ஒன் பீஸ்ல எப்படி EX பெனிஃபிட்டோ அது போல இங்கே ப்ரோ எக்ஸ்ட்ரா நல்ல பவர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கு.
This is land that was gifted to the Yashio Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land.
5 ஸ்டார் வந்து 4 ஸ்டார் தான் நல்ல பவர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கு.
Access.
நல்ல.
Such privileges exist due to the Yashio Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details of...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashio Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
நானும் வருவோம் போவோம். ஒண்ணு என்ன பண்ண முடியும்?
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately,
இந்த பேட்ச் முடிஞ்சோனே
each time a
அடிச்சு கட்டி தரேன் ப்ரோ.
proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenchukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no... After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that?
Paimon gets mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangram on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
எப்படின்னா வானவெளியும் கைடோய்க்க ஆட்சியை எதிர்த்து தான் நிறைய இருப்புமா ஒரு போரே வரும். அதே போல இந்த கேம்லயும் இந்த ரைடர் சோகன் இருக்குல்ல காடு அவளை எதிர்த்து ஒரு பின்னொரு படை இருக்கா ரெப்ளியன்.
To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree. The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
நிறைய ஃபேக் விஷன் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து அந்த அஃபிஷியல்கிட்ட கொடுக்கணுமா, இதுதான் ஒன்று ரியல் ஃபீலிங். நல்லா இருக்கு.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Turnip Commission.
என்ன ப்ரோ ஜெயிலுக்குள்ள வர போனோம் போலியா?
So they found out about it?
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might... By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders when you are ready. Go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family.
We will find out.
There, you will find
someone damned. பாரு ப்ரோ, இது இப்படிப்பட்டதான் ப்ரோ நார்மல் இதில் உள்ளமோ இதே போல சிம்பிளாக இருக்கும், பட் சிலது ரொம்ப பவர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். ఇక్కడ பாரு பாய் மிஸ் ஆகி போச்சு. நான் அடுத்த கட்டுறேன் அனிமேஷன் வரலாம். இது 5 ஸ்டார். என்ன ஆச்சு தெரியல, 5 ஸ்டாருக்கெல்லாம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பவர் கொடுத்து கொஞ்சம் ஓவர் பவராக இருக்கும். நார்மல் கேரக்டராக கொஞ்சம் ஓவர். இது 1 பீஸ் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் பஃப் அப்படி இப்படி நிறைய உண்டு. இதில் அப்படி கிடையாது. ஒர்க்கு வந்தீங்க அது மாதிரி எப்படிலாம் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பஃப் குறைக்க ஏதாவது அவங்க இதான் ப்ரோ பாருங்க ப்ரோ ஃபைல் பார்த்தேளா ஃபயர் ஷாப்புக்கு போக போகிறா.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again.
என்ன ப்ரோ இது இன்னும் பேசணும் 2 கிலோமீட்டர்.
Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the vision hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we? Psst. Hey, wait. Psst. Psst. Hey. Psst. Hey, wait. Psst. Hey, wait. Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Okay.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait. You do have a vision.
இவ்வளோ 5 ஸ்டார் bro இந்த காலம்.
If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
ஐயோ மறைக்க முடியாது இதெல்லாம்.
All right.
Wise choice. All right.
டேபிள் போறான போ பார்க்குறேன்.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
இங்கோட பேர் நல்லா கேட்கல bro. யோமியா. ஆயாக்கா பேர் நத்தேன். பிரவீன் போற கத்தல எப்பலாம் லீசா தான் கேட்கான். கரெக்ட்டா?
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Paimonial.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice.
Stop it. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place.
கரெக்ட்டா பையில காப்பாத்த போறோம் bro. அப்படினே
His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Bad good people.
Master Masakatsu?
Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
Yes,
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently.
Himegimi. That's பேரு. Awesome. இது அவளுக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் நினைக்கிறேன் ஐயாக்கா.
But if I just merged straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Luffy crew கேக்க எல்லாம் கேக்கிய போல இவன வார எல்லாம் டீம் வச்சிருக்கான்.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision mirrors in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source.
Not bad, huh?
Let's go.
Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu.
We're time to break.
போறோம் bro, jail break bro. jail break இங்க இருக்கு. போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷனுக்கு போறோம்.
Fearless. Merciless.
என்ன போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷனுக்கு போறோம், இவனை என்ன ஒண்ணுமே கேட்கல. ரெடியா ப்ரோ எல்லாரும்? ஐயோ ஃபயர் தான் ப்ரோ இல்லை. ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். யாரும் பயப்படக்கூடாது. என்ன வேணும் நடக்கலாம். இதுல உயிரே கூட போகலாம். யாரும் காட்டி கொடுத்துருக்காரு.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon and Magic.
Come on, this way. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked
Okay,
away in
bye.
here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu.
You sure?
Yes,
வழியோட நேரம் இல்லை. அல்ல கைக்கு உள்ள விளையாடுகிற நேரம்.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got!
இதான் ப்ரோ 5 ஸ்டார்.
paradigm shift.
Allow me. Strike first. Show me what you've got. I've been bested.
Battle formation!
Battle formation நான் வரல போடா.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
அப்படியே பா.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Stamina yun ba siya? ப்ரோ நம்ம லெவல் கூட்ட டேமேஜ் போட்டு ப்ரோ லெவல் ஊற்றிக்கல ப்ரோ. இதில் நிறைய விஷயம் உண்டு ப்ரோ. ஆர்ட் ஃப்ராட்டு, வெப்பனு, வேறு டேல்ஸ்னு டேலண்ட் தான் நினைக்கேன்.
Show me what you've got.
அட தற்கூரிகளா போங்கல வாங்க அடிச்ச நேரம். நம்ம குறைக்கல.
Paradigm shift.
I need to train harder. I must draw.
என்ன எங்க போணுமா? என்ன ப்ரோ மேல தானே கீழே வந்தான். எங்க கொண்டு போறான் இவன்? இது கீழே கூட்டிட்டு போங்கடா. யாருக்கு ப்ரோ கிடச்சிடுவோமோ அப்படி. ஓப்பன் த டோர். பணம் புதையல். பணம் புதையல். புதையல். கற்பனையில தீய வச்ச என்ன உருட்டாச்சு? கட்சீன ப்ரோ, கட்சீன ப்ரோ. மொத்தம் வைக்கல.
Quick, hide! Look over there.
கட்சீன இல்ல பையா. மிஸ்டர் கார்டியன் இன்னும் உண்டோ?
That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
ஆமா தம்பி.
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No!
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Mia, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu or...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ, மேம் அந்த கமாண்ட் எல்லாம் தெரியல முடியும். ஒரு ஷார்ட் வீடியோ எடுக்க முடியுமா? இந்த டைமில் உள்ள கமாண்ட் தான் நல்லா இருக்கும். இது மொத்த கமாண்ட் வரிசை காட்டிகிட்டே இருக்கும். இப்போ கட்சிட்டு வருமா? அதான் Moshi mosh. I don't know. காலில் எனது எவ்வளோ தவறு என்று பார்த்தா வாழ இருக்கு. கம்பெனி இப்போ வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, நிறுத்துங்கடா. இந்த ஆப்பில் இது ஒரு பக்கா இருக்கு. இனி அந்த பக்கை எப்படியா ஸ்டாப் பண்ண பார்க்கணும். காலி யாரையும் கீழே கிளப்புறோம். அணக்கமில்லை.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, the You are also unworthy of the Tenryou Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It
It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bed.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right...
Who is that?
Come on, bro.
Quick, go and investigate.
Ujo Sara.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
ഈ തർക്കുരിയെ കൊണ്ടതുക്ക് നമ്മളെ പോട്ട് കൊടുത്ത് അടി വാങ്ങി തരാൻ പോലെ
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to...
Fireworks aren't just for fun. I was particular.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all.
I'm beginning to
Every
think.
match has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
പെരിയവരെ അപ്പോ കട്സിൻ ബ്രോ പാവത്തെ ബോട്ട് ചാപ്പിട്ടാനോ
Yoimiya, is that you?
മാത്രമാണ്
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on, we've got no time to lose. They could be back. Oh.
Yes, leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
arigato இருக்கு ஒரு சம்பவம் இருக்கு வழி விடு எப்படி ப்ரோ சும்மா டக்க 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 டக்குன்னு இருக்கா
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the Inferno.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Sorry, thank you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to... Right, Kujo-sara. It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Little Paimon would never agree with their actions in the How about we go tell Ayaka and the other...
ஏய் நீல பெருசா என்ன ப்ரோ எல்லாரும் போயிட்டீங்க போல
I see. So Kujo-sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still had... I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt, it is time we make ready.
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be... And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would...
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Funny enough...
A hot pot game?
Simply put, then we take it in. Anyone who gets... Don't you think it's...
You really... Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to... Let's see what we've... Nice! Paimon never...
you can say...
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. Even with a Traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the Traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first. I think my luck has already taken a turn. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is...
Me!
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, downtime is hard to come by these days, so I'll tidy things up here and...
There's gonna be a...
Sure, why not?
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom. அந்த ரெண்டு மொக்க கோஸ்டையும் ஆஃப்லைனில் முடிச்சுட்டு வரேன் ப்ரோ. அந்த ரெண்டையும் ஆஃப்லைனில் முடிச்சுட்டு வரேன் ப்ரோ. கதைக்கு சம்மந்தம் இல்லாத வரட்டா டோமா.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
ஆட
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has but you ought not.
Individual
Correct. This may seem a little sudden. A few days
பிள்ளைங்க
ago, she wrote
விளையாடலாம் பார்த்தேன்.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. So, according to the...
Paimon thinks it's...
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want? Do you need us to...
No. Please keep... The proper course of action would be... Exactly.
You can count.
Wonderful.
Oh, we don't mind.
Thank you kindly.
All right, sounds...
இதெல்லாம் கலப்படம் இதெல்லாம் ஆஃப்லைனில் பண்ணிடலாம். ப்ரோ அடுத்த லைவ் வந்து ஒன் பீஸ் தான் ப்ரோ. என்ன சரி அடுத்து ஒன் பீஸ் 2:30க்கு 2 ஒரு 4 மணி வரைக்கும்.
Add Astra. Thank you for... Add Astra.